Bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through crying, I'm through waiting, I'm through hoping against all hope. I'm through longing for something gone that'll never return. Think I finally learned to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through grieving, I'm through dreaming that the life I have is ever coming back. No more wishing on someone else's star that'll never be mine. I think it's time to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. And I've survived many times before. Broken heart and slamming doors. I'll be alright, yes I will, once more. Just as I did back then, I'm gonna rise again. So bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. So bring it on. Everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I know it's gonna be everything new.
center of creation, fertile ground for the highest thoughts of God. I am the center of creation. I am the tree, rooted in fullness. I am the center of creation, fertile ground for the highest thoughts of God. I am the center of creation. I am complete, living in wholeness. I am the center of creation, fertile ground for the highest thoughts of God. I am the center of creation. 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 I am the center of creation.
Good morning from Paoli, Pennsylvania. This is the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Maxine Kaye, and I am delighted and honored to be the spiritual leader of this amazing community. Reverend Mike and I just returned from Palm Springs, California, while you were having some rather amazing weather here, and we are delighted to be back with you. It was a wonderful CSL, Centers for Spiritual Living convention, and we'll tell you more about that as we go along, but it is wonderful to be back. Now, things may look just a little bit different here. Now, do you know why that is? It's because we, as many of you know, are in the process of leaving 16 Industrial Boulevard, and we are, for this particular time and for a while, we are coming to you from the Inspiration Cafe, also in Paoli, Pennsylvania. So we welcome everybody who's with us online this morning. We will be virtual, completely virtual for a while. And so everybody come on down. We love connecting with you. This is the way that we maintain our feeling of love and wisdom and joy and connection. We have just spent, Reverend Mike and I have spent this last week with the most conscious, caring, creative, courageous, compassionate ministers. And we brought you back so much of this energy, I can hardly wait to share it all with you. This is a place where we come together in a common goal to experience the deepening of our connection to Spirit and learning more and more about how to utilize this wonderful law of mind that responds to us. And so I'm excited to be here every day. Next Sunday, Reverend Mike is going to be speaking, and we love being with you wherever you may be, geographically, wherever you may be on your spiritual path. This is a good place to be. We love connecting with you. And here we are utilizing spiritual tools for every conceivable and inconceivable human challenge. And we do this together with great joy and great deep faith and great confidence, knowing that we can depend on the presence and we can depend upon the law. And we use these spiritual tools to make a difference in our lives and in the lives of the greater community and the world itself. We have a mission and we're here to fulfill it. Now we know that we are here to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. And we also know that we are here to co-create a world that works for everyone, a world that works for all. We have a purpose statement You know it. Say it with me if you would, please. Are you ready? Living, loving, learning. Spirituality that works. And with that, I would like to introduce our opening song by Eddie Watkins Jr. I am alive in the Spirit of God, and yes, we are.
Alive with the Spirit of God. Alive with the Spirit of God.
I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive, y'all, alive with the Spirit of God. Woo! I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive with the Spirit of God. Woo! I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive, y'all, alive with the Spirit of God. Y'all ready to rock out this morning? Spirit of God. I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive, y'all, live with the Spirit of God. I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive with the Spirit. Woo! I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive, y'all, live with the Spirit of God. I am alive, y'all, live with the Spirit of God. I am alive, y'all, live with the Spirit of God. Woo! Good morning, Unity.
Wow, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Eddie Watkins Jr. By the way, we had the most incredible music team in Indian Wells, California, right very near Palm Springs. And we are still rocking. And Eddie, you just helped us continue to do that. So, I think I'd like to have a word with you kids who are out there viewing. Are you up? Have you had your pancakes? Are you ready to have a wonderful day? Of course you are. Wow, it was so sunny and warm and beautiful in California while it was being so cold and snowy here. Well, you know, we learn to adapt, don't we? We've been learning that a lot the last couple of years. You know, like sometimes you get to go to school and sometimes you get to do your studies at home, virtually. Sometimes you get to wear masks, sometimes you don't. It helps us to know that the presence of God is so completely dependable that no matter what confusion may be going on, we can connect with that presence. Why? Where does it live? Well, it's right within us. Remember the master teacher Jesus said to seek first the kingdom of heaven. And where did he say it was? Right within us. Right within us, we have the power of creativity. We have the power of the ability to see our world and our lives and our personal little worlds the way we wish to have them be. Because there's this wonderful law of sowing and reaping we have learned about. Remember when you used to come to Fun Day School? It was fun, but we continue to use what we learned there, huh? And whenever I do get to see you or connect with you in any way, it's so clear to me that you are living this wonderful teaching. The teaching is about remembering who we are, remembering that there is a powerful good in the universe greater than you are, and yet right where you are, it's right within you. And so every time we think and feel and speak, we're utilizing this beautiful creative power. And I give thanks that you learned at an early age, as I did, that the words and the thoughts and the feelings that we have are creative. So let's ask ourselves, how are we using the power today? What are we choosing? That's an important word. What are we choosing to create? So go create something wonderful. I love you, and we'll talk to you next week. Okay? Okay, I suppose we should have a meditation, right? Meditation is a wonderful thing to have. It gives us an opportunity to connect with this holy presence within us. It gives us an opportunity to remember who we are. So let's take a deep breath, breathing in that precious spirit of love and wisdom, and exhaling that beautiful peace so that it fills the room wherever we are. Breathe in peace and breathe out peace. Breathe in love and breathe out love. Breathe in harmony and breathe out harmony. Now let's continue with that holy breath, knowing that it is the chi. It is that which animates us. It is the breath of God breathing us. And as we remember its loving power, we slip into a beautiful consciousness of clear knowing and quiet celebration of that Holy Spirit within and all around us that knows always who we are, knows always what to do, how to guide us into right activity, right thought, right feeling, right action. And so let us continue to breathe this holy breath. And then imagine our breath as it becomes a bridge to our hearts. And let's enter into the heart. And as we do, we remember that each heart is held very tenderly in the cosmic heart itself. As we enter in, it is like the prodigal returning home. Where we remember who and whose we are, and allow that divine embrace to enfold us in love, in peace, and in power. And here we simply rest, opening our hearts, opening our minds, opening our consciousness to the flow of infinite good, divine health, perfect prosperity, loving relationships, conscious, creative, compassionate outworking of the perfect law. Everything is available. Everything, God's good, is being given so generously, so continuously. Let us just rest in this place and open ourselves so completely that we receive it with a yes, please, with a thank you, divine presence, resting, opening, celebrating. Sweet, sweet, how sweet it is. And now if there is a question or a concern, let's take it within our holy hearts now and raise it up on the high altar of faith and allow the answers to come and allow the healing to come forth. And let's go for just a couple of moments into the sacred silence as we take with us what we are ready to offer up on that high altar of faith. The answer has been given. The truth is being revealed. Whether we receive it now or later, it is given. And so we continue with the holy breath. We continue giving thanks for this divine presence which adores us, and for the beautiful law which responds to us. We rest. We are open. We are ready. How grateful we are. Namaste. And now I would like to introduce our practitioner of the day, who has a beautiful sharing and spiritual mind treatment for us. Welcome, Cheryl Macklin.
Good morning. My name is Cheryl Macklin, and I'm a practitioner for the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. Before I do the opening treatment today, I'd like to share with you a reading from 365 Science of Mind. It's a small book that contains 365 readings from Ernest Holmes, and it's a great morning companion to the Science of Mind magazine. This reading is on affirmative prayer. There is a power greater than ourselves that desires our good, and a law of mind that we may consciously use for definite purposes. We shall be both inspirational and scientific when we come to believe this. Inspirational in the belief and scientific in the use of the law. For while the belief is personal, the law is impersonal and acts upon our thoughts regardless of who we are. We should come to believe in the exactness of the law. We should use it definitely and consciously. We are dealing with the certainty of a reaction that is equal to the action, or a response that is equal to our own conviction. We are dealing with a definite principle, but the conviction is personal, a thing of warmth, of color, and of feeling. Today I affirm the all-good. I know that my word, being acted upon by a power greater than I am, is sure to accomplish its purpose. We'll state this treatment in the first person, and I invite you to take it for yourselves. As Ernest Holmes says, there is one power, one perfect presence, one law of mind, and we can use this for definite purposes. So I know that I live, move, and have my being in the heart and the mind of God. I am an expression of God qualities. I'm an expression of the love and the wisdom and the wholeness of this one perfect life. And I know as I state this treatment with great conviction, and when I release it into the law, it is acted upon. And so I know that today, as we gather virtually, we are connected with each other through this one love, this one life. No matter how far apart we are geographically, we gather today for this celebration to talk about how to use this marvelous power. I choose to use this power to enhance and enrich my life, to deepen my faith, to open to everything that is presented today, knowing that I am here on purpose and there is God present with each and every one of us. So I'm grateful for this opportunity to be part of this celebration and part of this wonderful community, knowing the divine presence is right here, right now, with each and every one of us. I know that I am one with this presence. With joyful acceptance and great gratitude, I release this word to the law, my word, with great conviction, knowing that it is heard, received, acted upon, and done. With gratitude, I let it be so, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, dear Cheryl. Wonderful. That, of course, she is one of our 2 newest practitioners. Thank you so much. Now I think it would be nice for us to repeat the affirmation together. Are you ready? I invite the holy presence of Spirit to flow through me uninterrupted, filling me with divine inspiration and expressing itself in new and creative ways. Boy, that's a good one. Okay, let's get into our talk. You know, this is the 4th Sunday in a row that we've been dealing with the first 4 introductory chapters to the Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. And this is the last one, called How to Use It. And my title today is This is Our Purpose. I highly recommend to all of you, whenever you can, that you pick up this book and read it, and that you pick up this book and read this 4th introductory chapter. Brings it all together, gives us an awareness of how empowered we truly are. And then we get to look to see, what can I ask divine wisdom to guide me to do to use this beautiful power in a new and wonderful way? The quote I'm starting with from Ernest Holmes is from The Science of Mind on page 52. We are surrounded by an intelligent force and substance from which all things come, the ultimate essence in the invisible and subjective world of all visible and objective forms and conditions. It is around us in its original state, ready and willing to take form through the impulse of our creative belief. It works for us by flowing through us. Oh, what a wonderful awareness. Let's grasp that. Let's understand that it's nothing we need to go and find. It's already flowing through us. It's a matter and a question of, how am I using it? How are we using it? The self-knowingness of spirit, and as Thomas Troward would say, it is through the self-contemplation of spirit that everything, every form of life comes forward. So the self-knowingness of spirit provides us with inspiration, with illumination, while the automatic, accurate law of mind fulfills our conscious intentions. As Ernest Holmes stated, court the presence and direct the law. To me, that is religious science in a nutshell. Court the presence. Feel yourself connected with the divine presence of God. And then direct the law once you know that it is not you or I, but the presence and the power within us that is doing the work. We can depend upon the love of the divine and the givingness, the generosity of the divine. And we can depend upon the immutable, infinitely accurate and dependable law that brings about what we're praying about. I would like to read a little more from here. I could just stand here and read the whole textbook, but that might be not as fun for me. I don't know about you. And in fact, if you really want a study of this textbook, tune in on Saturday mornings to Reverend Mike's Science of Mind book study. It's been going on for 1.5 years or more. He started at the very beginning. He's reading through every page. We discuss it. We do it on Zoom. It is amazing. And I think we're just a little more than halfway through. So we will, in the meantime, take a few little samples here. On page 51, it is easy enough to rush around shouting that there are no sick people, but this will never heal those who appear to be sick. It is easy to proclaim that there are no needy. Anyone can say this, whether wise or otherwise. If we are to prove such statements to become facts in our experience, we shall be compelled to do more than announce a principle, no matter how true it is. We are in the process of proving the principle. Every principle that we have learned about in this world needs to be proved in order to be implemented, needs to be implemented in order to be proven. And it's these all principles are intangible, right? Not just metaphysical principles. They're all intangible, and we can't see the effect of them until we utilize them in a clear, conscious, creative way. And if we see the results, it deepens our faith, and it proves to the world that these principles work. Now, we can talk about it. We can cry about it, we can laugh about it, we can sing about it, and singing about it is good too. It'll be nice when we can sing in church again. But what we must do is use it. So the question is, how are we using it? Because the law is always at work within us, isn't it? The law is forever at work within us, and it will respond to our dominant belief. Consciousness manifests, and dominant thought is what we wind up experiencing, isn't it? What a great teaching this is. Thank God for it. Here's another one from page 54. And it is, well, see, I will not mark up this book because it's leather and gold bound, leather bound and gold. And so I just look to see where it is that I want to share with you. Here, this is 55 actually. The time will come when we will let our conversation be in heaven and refuse to talk about, read, or think about those things that ought not to be. But someone would say, should we refuse to look at sickness, poverty, or unhappiness? This is not what we are discussing. We will not refuse to help the helpless or lift up the fallen, but we will refuse to wallow in the mud because of our sympathies. And from Matthew 15:14, and if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. Of all the people in the world, the ones who have come the nearest to touching the seamless garment of truth have been the most sympathetic and the greatest lovers of race. Jesus said, and I, if I be lifted up, not dragged down, will draw all unto me. You see, each of us is the center of divine mind. Yes, we know that. And we wisely maintain our focus on that which is constructive and life-affirming. That's how we use it, yes? That's our purpose. I was just reading about a woman who it's a 104-year-old woman named Evelyn Fair of Downingtown, Pennsylvania. And she was asked the secret to her longevity. She said, avoid hate and eat a banana every day. That's pretty good advice. People who stay away from these terrible negative emotions that are so destructive and create havoc in our world, those who stay away from there, those who know these things happen and yet maintain their sweet countenance in the love of God, are the ones who are making a positive, creative, compassionate difference in our world. Our beloved Thich Nhat Hanh passed away yesterday. You know, he established Plum Village in France when he was exiled, he and his people. It was a terrible thing. It was beyond anything we could imagine what happened to that Zen Buddhist group. And he didn't pretend it had not happened. He maintained his compassion and his serenity in the midst of all of it. He never veered from that. And he smiled. Those of us who got to see him either live or on camera somehow, you could see and you could feel his tranquility, his compassion. And he always smiled and laughed. You know, the greatest saints are the ones with the greatest humor and the greatest, deepest connection to their source. He taught and lived compassion. He taught mindfulness and social engagement. It's the treat and move your feet of religious science. To be mindful, to be conscious and caring and compassionate, and to do what we are guided to do in the world. One of the wonderful speakers this past week said, yes, we are told to look away from the condition and stick with the truth. Well, in a sense, that's so. But here's what we need to do today. And that is to look straight at that condition and bring our light to it. We are not pretending that these things are not happening in the world or in our personal lives either. Thich Nhat Hanh worked closely with Martin Luther King Jr. and he called MLK a bodhisattva, which I think was really true. He says, if you are awake, you cannot do otherwise than act compassionately to help relieve suffering you see around you. So whether you're Buddhist or Catholic or Jew or Muslim or Baptist or religious science, we are all here connected to Source. And we must all engage wisely and compassionately in the world. What is our purpose? Well, you know, I have said this and it sounds silly, but I do mean it. We are here to give God a good time. And in giving God a good time, that includes for me doing what I'm guided to do to make something better in my world and in the greater world. We're here to allow God to express itself through us and to bring heaven to earth, because that's where heaven is, to bring our greatest awarenesses and our clearest vision into the world of effect. That's what we're here to do. The CSL convention this past week was called Embrace the Now. Embrace the now. Wow. We want to embrace everything that's happening now? Yes. Are we going to embrace COVID? Are we going to embrace climate change? Divisiveness? Hatred? Homelessness? Violence? War? We were turned, as I said, we were taught to turn away from the condition, or we were turned to teach the condition. I'm not sure which, but we were taught, and it has some real truth to it. The truth is, do not become engaged in the condition in terms of the negative feelings and the fears. Don't become so sympathetic that we melt into the blind leading the blind and everybody falls into the ditch. No, we want to face, we are willing now to face these conditions, to embrace the now, which includes all of it. Isn't God in everything? Then mustn't we embrace everything without giving negative energy to those conditions that we are ready to see dissolve and transform? We have the power to do that because there's one power. It's God's power, and it's ours to use. We want to bring the light of faith into each of these conditions, not feed them negative energy. That's what perpetuates it, you know. The people who get so excited and so exasperated, and it's easy to do that, isn't it? To become so exasperated with divisiveness and get mad at the people who are dividing things instead of realizing when we do that, we're becoming more divisive. So what we do is we embrace it all. We embrace the now. We embrace how people are acting. We embrace them, not the actions, of course. We embrace the divinity within them, not the way they may be behaving. That's what we're turning away from, the behaviors. We are entering deeply into connecting heart to heart. That's what's ours to do. There is now a spiritual imperative for the teaching, for the people in our teaching, for the leaders, and for those who practice the science of mind principles. There is a spiritual imperative to accept and experience and deepen our faith-filled connection to God, and to ask, what is mine to do today to make a difference? To walk it out into the world. That's the spiritual imperative. And we are the ones we've been waiting for. And there are a lot of other people who are with us, linking arms, walking courageously and mindfully and joyfully into the world. We don't want to become so serious that we're not enjoying what we are doing. This work with a capital W is holy work. It is spirit-filled work. And as somebody said years and years ago, if I can't dance, I'm not coming to your revolution. This is a revolution, and I'm dancing in it, and I'm inviting you to be my dance partners. We have so many wonderful, conscious, caring, compassionate, creative people in this movement, and you are some of them. So this spiritual imperative is for us to take it to the streets, and whatever that means to you. But faith without works is dead. This is from a writing that Ernest Holmes did probably around the time of the Second World War. And it's from Spiritual Armament. And it's found in The Essential Ernest Holmes, which is a wonderful book. It goes like this: but faith without works is dead. We should not only pray, we should act, each contributing the best he has to the common purpose, each willing to make any sacrifice necessary. How often do we hear that word in our teaching? Sacrifice. Really, it means to make sacred. Not a sacrifice reluctantly made, but as one who offers all he has for two great purposes. One, in a certain sense a selfish one, for we all desire self-preservation. But the other is the greater sense that there can be no individual self-preservation without the preservation of all. For if the whole nation works together and prays together, oh God, let's keep this image before us. This has to be our vision. This world working together, this nation working together, we'll start with that, and praying together. For if the whole nation works together and prays together, a great moral and spiritual power, an actual soul force, remember that phrase, soul force. This is what we're talking about. An actual soul force will penetrate the whole world, helping to bring confidence and calm judgment and right action until the crisis shall have passed. Freedom never need be ashamed of itself, nor liberty to have despair. God is always on the side of right, and faith will always conquer fear. Wow. That's so true right now, today, isn't it? It was like he was not only a person of his time, but a person of the future as well. Now, what has taken place in the past took place in the past. And here's some news for you that I think is no longer news. We're not going back. We are never going back. It's time to say thank you to the past, do the forgiveness, do the thankfulness, do the gratitude work, and release it and look to a new today and a new tomorrow. It's not even a new normal. There's probably nothing normal about it. Don't look for that. We're moving into a new world, a new vision. And where's that vision coming from? From us. From those who are seeking to experience such beautiful divine awareness of this connection, this spiritual source, soul power. Let's not forget those two words, soul power. That's what we're dealing with, that it is we who are now creating a new vision for a new future. This is the same with our spiritual community here, as we are still moving out of the wonderful space we co-created over 6 years ago. We are moving on up because that was wonderful. It cared well for us. We cared well for it for those years. And now we're going completely virtual for a while until we discover our next beautiful iteration of a house for our home. Because here's our home right now. Our home is where you are. Our home is where we are. It's wherever we are when we just tune in to each other, to that divine presence within, and to this beloved community and all the people a part of it. Yesterday ended last night. We are still together and shall be even more powerfully than ever before. We will still have our classes on Zoom and our events and our activities, and eventually we'll be having some in person again. But this is pretty much in person as far as I'm concerned, because I feel your heart. I sense who you are. I know who you are. And together we're creating a new reality, co-creating a new reality. So how do we do this? By deepening our connection to Spirit. And by asking each day, what is mine to do today? It may be something small. It may be something grand. It's likely something that's shared with others. But what is mine to do today? Once we've connected with that loving source and feel the love and experience the wisdom and allow ourselves to be guided as to what is mine to do today, then what do? Then we become brave and we do it. We become brave and we do it. And we want to check in with each other and share what it is that we're doing to make a difference. Will you say with me, there is a power for good in the universe. It's greater than I am. And I can use it. There is a power for good in the universe. Greater than I am. And it can use me. And so, my beloveds, beginneth our lesson. Now is the time of our offertory. And since we don't have crystal bowls around, we can give to our beautiful spiritual community any way we wish. And you know, I love giving mine in a check, in the basket, but I'm ready for some newness too. And I'm going to be giving mine online. Oh, look, there are all the ways and the means for us to give. And it's exciting to be able to do it. It's a new world. And we are a part of the new world, and we're up for it. And so we're going to speak our affirmation together, our prosperity affirmation. All right, so will you share it with me now? I choose to celebrate prosperity. Divine love
blesses my gift. It is the acceptance
of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with this center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It returns to me multiplied abundantly, and I am prospered, and so it is.
I've been through the desert, I walked in the ocean, I've climbed up a mountain, and I've sang in the wind. I've cried out in the moonlight, I've drank that potion, I've wished in the fountain, and I've lived in sin. Hallelujah. I keep searching for an answer to make complete, but every time I think that I found it, the ground shifts under my feet. What I know is every moment is a blessing, and every love is like a lie, and beauty comes with every sunrise, and living is the purpose, living is the purpose, living is the purpose. That's right. Living is the purpose of life. What I know is every moment is a blessing. Yeah. Every love is like a light. The beauty comes with every sunrise. And living is the purpose, living is the purpose, living is the purpose. Living is the purpose of life. Is a wonder. Every kiss and every heart is like a shooting star. You are perfect in this moment. So live out loud and 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 just be who you are. It's true.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the GPCSL afternoon news. I am Jeffrey Messino, and I'm proud to serve on your board of trustees. So thank you. It's just so the people at home can see there. We're so thrilled and excited that you're here with us today. I'm so glad that you're joining us wherever you are in the world. And thank you, Dr. Maxine, for, again, another inspirational talk. And we are so excited to go on this new transition. So thank you. As you know, as you've noticed, we are in a different setting. And basically, we will be live streaming our Sunday celebrations here at the Inspiration Cafe in Paoli, Pennsylvania, while we continue to search for a new house for our home. You should also know that we have moved our office and mailing address to 360 North Valley Road, Paoli, Pennsylvania, 19301. So if you make a donation by check or through your bill pay system at your bank, please be sure to update that address. The new office address is also located on our website, and that website is www.cslphilly.org. I am also happy to announce that Dr. Maxine is offering a special hour-and-a-half free Zoom workshop entitled Deepening Treatment on this Wednesday, January 26th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. This Zoom workshop is designed for the Science of Mind student who is ready to understand and utilize spiritual mind treatment, also known as affirmative prayer, more profoundly and powerfully. As we deepen our trust in divine presence, our manifestations of good occur more effortlessly. This workshop offers opportunities to move more completely into consciousness of peaceful acceptance and effective demonstration. We invite you to join Dr. Maxine in an experience of deepening faith and awakening to new levels of consciousness. To register, please go to our website, cslphilly.org, click on the Events Calendar tab, then click on January 26th and click on the registration link. You will receive a confirmation email with the Zoom link. As always, there is no charge for this workshop, but a love offering of your choice will be gratefully accepted. Another class that we have to we are so excited to let you know about is, are you ready to learn how to create miracles in your life? Well, Dr. Maxine is offering an 8-week accredited Science of Mind class entitled Shortcut to a Miracle, How to Change Your Consciousness and Transform Your Life. The virtual class begins Tuesday evening, February 8th, via Zoom from 6:30 to 9 p.m. for 8 sessions. If you're interested, please register by going to cslphilly.org, clicking on those events calendar, and click on Tuesday, February 8th. I took that class a few years ago, and it is brilliant, so you should definitely check that out. And if you're watching us at home and enjoy these Sunday celebrations and the daily love notes on our Facebook or YouTube channel, please be sure to like or to subscribe and to share with others. When you subscribe, you will receive those notices of when the Sunday celebrations and our daily love notes are uploaded. Again, we will always continue to live stream our Sunday celebrations every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Just visit our website at www.cslphilly.org and click on the orange Watch Live button to see all our virtual love notes and past Sunday celebrations. And that's it for today's announcements. I just want to say thank you to everyone here in the Inspiration Cafe. Linda O'Neill, Payson Burt, Rich Janik, and Edie Janik. We have moved heaven and earth to get to this place, and we're just so happy to be here. So thank you all, and back to you, Reverend Maxine Kaye.
No, listen, you moved heaven and earth, all right. You moved a lot of equipment and furniture, too. In fact, I want to acknowledge all of you and all those who have been working this week while we were soaking up the sunshine in California. No guilt. Gratitude. Gratitude to all of you. It's amazing what has taken place in this week since we've been away. We will be going over there in a little while to see what it looks like, and I think I'll be astonished. We will be completely out by the end of the month, and as far as we are concerned, we already are, for there's no more meeting there. It is meeting virtually for now. But thank you from the bottom, the middle, the sides, the top, the bottom, and all around my heart to all of you who have done such a miraculous job of making the change. Thank you. As far as our love notes, some of you have been tuning in to the love notes, and we did some interesting things this past week when we were at the convention. And the first interview we had was at a brunch with a beloved 97-year-old man who was Ernest Holmes' soloist. And he is amazing. He lives in Palm Springs. He drove himself to the brunch, and we got to interview him, and you'll enjoy that. Others we did, including my former staff minister, Melanie Patton Colpart, now in San Antonio. No, Austin. Also, oh my gosh, we got to be with David Bruner from San Jose. You don't want to miss that love note. He is amazing. So check out our love notes. Now, I want to tell you something that's coming up, and you might want to go ahead and mark your calendar. Now, CSL conventions are virtual every other year. Next year is the time for virtual. And the one after that in 2024, you can mark your calendar if you want, it's a long ways away, will be in Charleston, South Carolina. But this is what I want you to know about. And that is that even though our virtual convention will take place in 2023 in February. That same year, next year, in August, the summer retreat called SOAR will be held from August 10th to the 13th at the Asilomar Conference Center. So mark your calendar for that for 2023. So again, I am so grateful to be back, so grateful for all of you, and we're now going to have a closing song. Let's have our closing song.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
When I'm feeling down and blue, I found a trick that I'll share with you. I can choose a better way with every little thought I think. If I wake up with a bad attitude, I fill my mind with gratitude. I give thanks for everything with every little thought I think. I can choose to be happy, choose to be free, moment by moment. It's all up to me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day I pave the way with every little thought I think. That I'll share with you. I can choose a better way with every little thought I think. And if I wake up with a bad attitude, I just fill my mind with gratitude. I give thanks for everything with every little thought I think. I can choose to be happy, choose to be free, moment by moment. It's all up to me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day I pave the way with every little thought I think. Day by day I pave the way with every little thought I think. Whoa, day by day I pave the way with every little thought I think. What you thinking? 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 You gotta watch your thinking. Watch your thinking. Watch your thinking.
Wow, Karen Drucker was one of the fabulous musicians that we got to enjoy all this past week. Thank you for being here. Keep on coming back. We love you so much. There is one loving presence in the universe, one perfect law that responds to us, and we are so grateful for the soul force that empowers us and moves us forward into a bright, bright, brand new future. And so it is. So it is. Woohoo! Woohoo!